Hey people, what is going on? I'm the Broken Puppet, and today we're going to be drawing 31 Friday the 13th tattoo designs. Yep, so it can be a lot of little designs, really fun ones. I'm going to do this on the iPad Pro in Procreate. I'm going to sketch each one out with a technical pencil on a sketching brush set. I'm going to use the dark reds, and then I'm going to use a calligraphy monoline to do the black line mark afterwards on each one. So I'm going to create a layer just here. I've got this grid on here, so I've got this divided up into roughly about 30 squares, just so I can kind of like get everyone roughly about the same kind of size. So if you see me, I don't know if you can see, you should better see the rough kind of guideline around it. Don't worry about too much, you don't necessarily have to have that, it just makes it a little bit easier. Just going to sketch a line up here, I'm going to sketch a line up here. Then once you get around here, I'm going to create this curve around like this. And then at the bottom, create a line coming across. Then create another line across it, and each time you do another line, just make it a little bit shorter than the one before. Keep them roughly about the same sort of distance apart though. And then a little line just connecting each one of these up, and boom, create a staircase going to nowhere. I don't know why, but I always love this design. And I'm going to bang a 13 in here, just like so. And that's pretty much that one. That's the first one done. So I'm going to create a layer. I'm going to go black, calligraphy, monoline. I like this one. It's a really nice even brush. You've seen me use this one so many times if you watch my tutorials. It's one of my favourite brushes. Just going to draw two lines up the side. Just tap down to make them dead straight, makes it a bit easier. And get this nice semicircle curve going around here. Just like so. And then each one here, I'm going to bring a line across, I'm going to tap it, and that'll make it dead perfect. You know, like, you know, line across. So each one of these will be like nice and symmetric. Just bring these across. I mean, don't worry about getting 100% dead perfect, you know, they are Friday the 13th tattoos, so sometimes the charm is the fact that they're not 100% perfect. You know, it's kind of a bit of a tradition, you know, for tattoo shops to do kind of Friday the 13th stuff. And I really like it. So that's one down. So I'm just going to get me a brush on here. Set this quite high, just so I can erase the sketch work each time we do this. So we've got that one done. So I'm going to get the second one done now. So I'm going to get in a habit of switching between technical pencil and a monoline for these. So I'm going to sketch a line up like this. I'm going to sketch a line like this, going outwards. And then I'm going to bring a line across like this. And I'm going to make this one here like a parallel kind of line. So try and make sure, you know, this kind of angle is about the same as this. And then a third one, a little bit shorter. So this one's longer and this one's shorter. Roughly about the same. I'm going to bring a line here, and about the same kind of distance you want here. I'm going to mimic this sort of like shape on the inside. So it's going to copy that, just a smaller version just on the inside. Come down like so. And just on the bottom bit here, we're just going to bring a little line down and mimic this outside shape, just a little drop, just so we can kind of get like a nice kind of shadow on the outside. And once you've got that done, little line down here, going to get a line up, line across, down, little curve on the inside, down, little V shape, flick it up. Just like a nice cool 13 on the inside. So I've got a nice coffin with that. So again, I'm going to go back to the line work layer now. Calligraphy, monoline in black. And now I'm just going to go everything we just done there. So just putting everything in just over the top, making it a bit more neater. And I said, don't worry, I'm getting these sort of lines dead sort of perfect straight, you know, because I'm using Procreate. Don't worry about it, you don't necessarily have to, like I said, because some of the charm is the fact that it doesn't have that. You're going to hear me say that quite a lot because it's the truth with this, you know, sometimes I say, you know, half the charm is the fact that they're not perfect. This outside bit, I'm just going to black in. Again, I'm just going to mimic this little line on the inside part. Just there. Let's get this nice 13 in here. There we go. It's got a nice coffin now. Let's rub out the sketch work. So that's two down. Back to the sketching. This one I'm going to do like a book, I think. I'm literally just going to keep making these up as I go along. So I've done so many Friday the 13th ones, I could just sit and just draw these all day. It's you're kind of getting the swing of it. So yeah, I'm bringing a line across here, a little dip, line upwards, and the top part I'm creating this curve. A line come down to the centre part of here, another curve just coming up here, a line coming down there, two little curves just to kind of represent the paper on the inside bit. And have a 1 in here, and then a 3 in here. Just very simply like that. Back up to line work, black, calligraphy, monoline. So I'm just going to go over everything we've just done now. Again, you're going to hear me keep saying this same sort of thing over and over because it's going to be 31 of these. I'm just trying to get into your head so you kind of get the idea, like, you know, the rhythm of it. Because when you get in the swing, once you get in the swing of the rhythm, you can knock them out really quick and easy. You know, it's just kind of getting used to it, really. I'm going to make a little secondary line just up here to kind of sort of tell the hint of the bottom part of this book here is black. So I'm going to blacken this little bit at the bottom, just like so. Get this 13 in here. Just like that. It's got a nice book in that one. Get rid of the sketchwork line work. So again, back to the red now, sketching. For this one, I'm going to go dice. So I'm going to draw a square to begin with. I'm going to get another square coming off of here. Just like so. And then off the top of this, I'm going to do a little line coming back. Actually, this one I'm going to have a little bit like that, so it's kind of sort of hidden behind there. And then this one can come back like so, I think. And this one's going to have 1 dot, and this one's going to have 1, 2, 3 dots. So we've got 1, 3, 13. I'm just going to make out the ones for the outside bits here. You know, I know dice have a specific numbers on the outside, and I'm not too sure exactly which ones they are. So you can correct those ones on the outside to the right ones if you want. Back to calligraphy, onto the line work. And yeah, I'm just going to sketch these in here now. Now I've got these dice nice and sort of square shaped, you know, but you know what dice are like, you know, don't necessarily have to be perfectly kind of like smooth line work for it. You know, sometimes they have like curved edges and stuff, you know, so feel free to kind of play around with it. And line there. And just go 1, 2, as if there were 6 little dots on that part, just there. Go back onto the dice layer now, just erase that. So there we go, got some nice dice in there. And then next I'm going to go for a, let's go for a scary hand with a 13 on the inside. I like the sound of that. So I'm going to start off with a circle, another circle just to the side, it's a bit more kind of overly. Coming off of this circle just here, I'm going to create this curve outwards like this. I'm going to create this little curve line just on the top bit here, and we'll create the finger. So I'm going to go 1 finger, 2 finger, 3 finger, 4 finger. You can have a 13 on the inside as well. Just like so. And then I'm going to do like little kind of like fingernails just on the outside part, just like make a little bit kind of monsterish. A little line just on the inside part of the fingers, just there, and maybe a little 2 just there. So back to your line work layer. Calligraphy. I'm just going to put this all in again. So just keep whipping these all in there. I mean, one of the good things about 13 tattoos, you know, because they're really small, you can generally sort of put them in any kind of little gaps. Like, if you've got like a little annoying gap on your arm or something like that, we just kind of fill needless little space. You know, sometimes a little 13 tattoo is like the perfect kind of thing for that. So just flicking these little lines. I'm not going to go the whole way across, I'm going to do a little space just on each side. A little line just there. A little line just here, just kind of hint, you know, the curvature of the hand. We're done that. Erase it. So we've got a 13 hand just there. I'm going to bring that down a touch because he's a little bit high for me. So let's go now, just select the arrow. I'm just going to bring that down a touch. There we go. So now we've got the hand done. I'm going to go for a skateboard. Yeah, broken skateboard, I think. So I'm going to bring in 2 lines like this. I'm going to make a little bend on the inside. So kind of like as if you're doing like 2 little rectangles. Then when we get to the edge, we're going to create a little curve. Just kind of got a little bit of a loop at the end of the skateboard. Circle just here. Circle just here for the wheels. I'm going to put this line, sort of jaggedy kind of line through the middle. Just kind of hint that you know that it is kind of snapped in half. Just like that, and then a 1 on this side, and a 3 on that side. I'm going to put 1, 2, 3 little lines just there, 1, 2, 3 little lines just there. And a bit like an idiot, I've drawn this on the wrong layer, so I'm just going to quickly select all this little thing. If you have done, just go quick, cut, paste, and then put on a separate layer. I'm just going to put it underneath the line work layer, otherwise the red's going to be on top, which could get a bit annoying. So I'm going to go to the monoline now, select black, and yeah, just go everything we just done again. Let's put these in here. I love skateboard tattoos. I don't know why. I don't skateboard. I just love doing skateboard stuff. I don't know. You guys ever had that? You know, where you kind of absolutely love something, even though you don't actually do anything to do with it. I put a little line just there, little line just there for detail. And I might black these wheels out just there. And I'm looking at it, and I might possibly black out these edges looking at it. I just think it might look cool. Let's have a look. Yeah, I like that. I think that looks cool. So again, just going to get rid of that layer, that sketching layer now. So I'm going to come down. So I've gone across this way, and I'm going to come across the other way. So for this one, I'm going to go back to the red sketching. I'm going to do a skull with a 13 with an arrow through the head. Yeah, sounds good. So I'm going to get a circle. Going to get this kind of curved rectangular shape at the bottom, just here, like this. A line where arrow's going to go. And just on the inside part here, I'm going to sketch a rough circle just here. A rough kind of oval just here. A rough triangle just there. And so once we've got that, I'm going to go around it. So I'm going to make this eye a little bit sort of wonky. So I'm not going to create a perfect kind of line. Same with the nose, so it's just kind of like a bit wriggly. Off the cheekbone here, so off this eye, I'm going to create this little curve, come down here. It's going to come down to little circles until we get to about here. And I'm going to curve this up, bring this back, and this is going to curve around this eye, back like so. This one's going to bump out here. It's going to curve around, come back into that. Some little circles just underneath to create the bottom jaw, or the bottom set of teeth. And I'm going to curve out here, and I'm going to create this little wavy line down the bottom, so it's going to be a bit wavy. That's going to curve up in a little line just there. This arrow is going to go through here. Real simple, like a little V-shaped line on the edge. And it's going to come out the other end. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to have 13 on the head, like so. So again, go up to the other layer now. Black, calligraphy, monoline, and just go over everything we've just done again. Like I say, when I do like these kind of old school skulls, I like to make the eyes and nose a bit kind of wavy. You know, I'm not a fan of like the clean cut, perfect kind of shape ones with old school. You know, I like it for Neotrad, but not for old school. Not when it comes to Friday the 13th tattoos. You know, you want a cool old school kind of skull for it. And you'd be lucky to get a Neotrad one, because generally Neotrad ones take a lot longer, and the idea of a 13 tattoo is that it's quick and easy. You know, hence the reason why a lot of people tend to do them for say $13 or 13 quid, but to be honest, most days nowadays you don't really tend to get it for 13. When I do my Friday the 13th sales, if I do one, I normally do them for about 31, so 13 backwards. Just because cost of materials and stuff is a bit expensive. So once you've done that, I'm going to go black inside the eyes, inside the nose and inside this little bit just next to the teeth. Just like so. Go back to your sketch work, rub that out, so boom, got a nice cool 13 skull there. For this one, let's go classic, let's go 13 of spades, I think. So I'm going to bring, I think a bit of an angle actually. I'm going to bring a line across like this, straight line up from this. I'm going to create a circle on this side, I'm going to create another circle on this side. Excuse what it's kind of looking like in a minute. Curve this around to the point, curve this up to that point. And then when you get to this bottom, just create these lines outwards. And then we have it, the nice kind of spade shape. 1, 3 on the inside. Back up to your line work, black, calligraphy, and just go over the whole thing. Now if you want to get a dead perfect symmetric, you could always use the symmetry tool. I'm not going to bother because it's a 13 tattoo. I've got to stop saying that. I make it sound as if I don't put no effort into 13 tattoos. I promise I do, it's just, the idea is they're supposed to be quick. So anything that's just kind of like extending the time isn't something I particularly want to do. Back up to that line work layer. I'm just going to make this a little bit more fun actually. I'm going to blacken this bottom part just here. Just bring this up to there, I think. And I'm just going to shape around that 13 and just blacken the rest. Don't have to do this. I'm just looking. I'm just thinking it might look cool. I don't normally do this. I'm just, you know, I'm like when if I see something, I think, oh, this might look cool. I'm always try it. Yeah, I like that. So now we've got that done. I'm going to go for the next one. I'm going to do a broken heart with a 13. Should I do that? Or should I do the gravestone? No, I'm going to do a heart and then a gravestone afterwards. So again, I'm going to do a circle. Another circle. Sketch me roughly about the same kind of size. A line down the middle. From the bottom, just kind of curve outwards. Curve outwards to connect up with a circle, and boom, gives you a nice easy heart shape. And then from this bottom bit I'm going to create this kind of zigzag that's going to extend away from each one, so as it gets higher it's going to be a bit further away, so there's a definite kind of gap in the middle. So I'm going to have one there and 3 in that one. I'm going to go up to, oh, I've done it again. Done it on the line work. This is the problem when you do things quick. Sometimes you accidentally do them in the wrong layer. But if you do that, just copy, just cut and paste, put it underneath, problem sorted. You know, if you do that, it's nothing to panic about. I know a lot of people when they first get an iPad, they tend to panic over their stuff because they don't really know what to do. But yeah, just relax. It's nothing to kind of go crazy about. You know, it's easy fix. You just got to know how. And the good thing is I know how, so I can always teach you guys. And if there's anything you kind of sort of trouble with, just let me know. I'm always happy to help. I'm going to create a little secondary line just on the outside bit here. I'm going to mimic these so this thickens up this outside line. The idea is making it a bit sort of like a bit 3D, I guess. And again, I'm just bringing this line down here, just like so. And that does the trick. Get rid of line work, broken heart. So that was that one, and then what did I say I was going to do for this one? I said I was going to do the gravestone, didn't I? Let's do the gravestone. Back to your sketching layer. Bring a line up. Curve it down. Bring a line up, curve it into the top part, just there. On this bottom part, I'm going to create a few little bumpy bits just coming around. A few little bump bits on the outside. 1, 2, 3, 4 lines at the top. Line down, 13 in there. I'm just going to bring that 13 over a touch to the side because that's a little bit too far to that side for my liking. There we go. Back to your line work layer, black, calligraphy, So it's going to go straight up, over and down, straight up, connect to that, get your 13 in there. I like to make those little bumps at the bottom a little bit uneven, make it kind of feel a little bit like cartoonish kind of dirt. Little lines at the top. And the side part of the grave here, I'm just going to black in, just kind of match up with the rest. Right about your line work. And now, let's go something a little bit different. Let's go for an animal. So, no, shark. Let's go for a shark. I love doing sharks. So I'm going to create a curve like this. I'm going to create this around here. So I'm going to create this nice kind of sort of banana-y kind of looking shape. Really, really bent banana. Going to get to the outside part here. I'm going to create this kind of sort of V shape. To create for his fin. Now this is going to be where his mouth's going to be. So I'm going to curve this up like this. Curve this down to there. So we've got his back fin. Going to create a little side bit just here. Create a little bit of a side fin. Going to bring this down. And now when you get to here, I'm going to create this line down like this. This one this way. To create his mouth. And I'm going to put little triangle teeth in there. Kind of cartoonish. His eye in there, and I'm going to create this kind of wavy shape that's going to kind of come down, connect to that fin bit, and curve up that way. I really like that. And then just bung in cool 13 on the inside part. Going to go back to the black, calligraphy, and just go everything we've just done again. So curve that there. Curve that up, that down to there, that there, get that fin in there. I tend to put my mouth this kind of way because if I put it the other way it looks a bit like he's kind of smiling. And that's not the effect I kind of want. I'm just going to shrink this down just a touch because I want his teeth on show. Get back up now. Yeah, I mean, don't feel like you have to do the whole thing with one sort of big bold line, you know. You can use thinner line weights if you want. I'm just doing that because it makes it quick and easy to draw these because there is like 31 to go through. Well, I think we're getting through them pretty quick. And once you've got that done, I'm just going to go black, just fill in that back part of the body, just like so. And you can do it as a fade if you want, but I'm just doing these nice and bold. Yeah, I like that. So now we've got that done, let's go for another classic, old school type thing. Let's go for a diamond. So we're going to bring a line across. Going to go one triangle, two triangle, all same height, three triangle. A line above, bring a line down, that center one, coming down. Connect the outside shapes. Just like so. And then you can do the diamond like this, where you've got the line here, a line here. And that's the old school classic diamond, which I think I'm going to do. I mean, you can try to put a 13 on the inside if you want. You can kind of go like 1 and 3, but it always looks a little bit awkward to me. So I'm just going to do the diamond, and I'm just going to bung the 13 underneath. A little bit of a few lines just for sparkle. So remember, 3 triangles, lines across, creates to the top, lines down from that centre bit. They're dead simple to do in that, but old school diamonds are just so versatile. You can put them anywhere. You know, it's part of the charm of them. You know, I love the old school diamonds. So whip these in. I said, don't worry about getting 100% dead perfect. I mean, if you do get 100% perfect, you know, good for you, but I'm not too fussed. I mean, like, I'm looking at it now, and it's almost there, but it's not quite 100% accurate, you know, spacing. Nice old school diamond. So now we've got that done. I'm going to go down to the next layer now. How many have we done now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. Oh, it's the 13th one. Alright, so what we're going to do for 13, For number 13, let's go for a, make sure it's in the right layer, let's go for a dagger. Yeah. Gonna start off with an oval. Gonna bring a line just down the middle of it, just coming down like this. Just gonna create a little loop on the inside here, just mimic the outside bit just there as well. A little one just there in a circle on top. And then here I'm gonna bring a little line outwards, and from that tip, just create a curve back. Create a curve back. Line in, line up. And we put 13 in there, I think. So let's go for this one again. So I'm going to go calligraphy. So the idea is getting everything nice and straight with this one. So I've got that oval in there, with that little secondary bit, that sort of circle. The bit that's going to annoy me, I hate doing these bits. No, not too bad. Got that bit neater than I thought I was going to get. I normally always get neat when I draw them, but when you sort of doing it for a video, like, I guarantee that's going to be the one time you're going to mess up, and like something that should be that dead simple is going to be like ridiculously complicated, and you're going to keep messing it up. So get that. 13. I'm going to get a couple of bits near just so I can black out, so I want the space just here blacked out. These lines just here and black out this bottom bit. Just like so. Back on the sketching layer, just get rid of it. Boom. Nice classic simple old school dagger. Now we've got a dagger, so let's get some nails for the next one, I think. Sketch these in there. So it's going to go line up. These are real simple, so it's line up, line up, line up. You can make them wavy, or as well. Don't have to do them like they're sort of perfect. Circle at the top. Another nail come across this way, so line up, line out. So big long V shape, little line down the middle. And this one's going to have a little line there. I'm going to go 1, 3. So line, line, line. Circle at the top, little curved line just in here, which you're going to see me do in the pen as well. But yeah, hard as nail ones, just they're a nice classic one. You can't really go wrong. I said you can do them like that. You can do them wavy, where the lines are a bit kind of wavy as well, which I really like. But these designs are a little bit kind of on the neat side, so I'm going to make it more straight. I'm going to put the little secondary line just to make that a little bit bolder, so it looks like the bottom part of the nail. The line just up there. 1, 3. Well, that 3 definitely needs to come down a touch. That's way too high. Let's put you there. There we go. Sometimes when you take a step back, you kind of look at it and you're like, yeah, it sort of needs to move, and that one definitely did. So we've got the nail done. So now let's go for something a bit different. Let's go for a lightning bolt. So I'm going to sketch a line. It's a bit of an angle. Bring a line down from it. Another down, and make your lines so they're slowly coming towards each other. Not too much, but just a little bit. And this one's going to be a little bit lower than the other one, so we're going to bring in another line across, and then these lines are going to come down. This one's going to come up, and it's going to kind of come across. Make sure this line doesn't really match up with this one. I like it when they're a little bit off. Otherwise it just feels a bit too kind of samey, if that makes sense. I'm going to bring in a 13. I'm going to make this a bit kind of angular as well, so it kind of feels like it's going with the light, the angle of it. Back up to your line work. And as tempting as it is, I prefer not to use straight lines on my lightning bolts. I like the charm of them not being quite dead straight. Don't ask me why, just do. Lightning bolt in there. You can always add little extra bits if you want, you know. Just to mimic lines on the outside part here, almost like a shadow, although you wouldn't get a shadow from a lightning bolt. But this is old school. You know, this is Friday the 13th tattoos, it don't have to make sense. Yeah, I like that. So next one, let's go something a bit kind of crazy out there. Let's go for UFO. So we're going to go oval shape. I'm going to create little lines going through the middle of it. I'm going to create another little line just here. Let's come a little bit shorter. I'm going to create a little oval shape just on top, so you kind of got the top of the spaceship just there. Going to create another little bit just to the bottom, just where the light's going to be shooting out. You can do this line kind of, you can do it straight or wavy. I'm going to do these lines straight. I mean, you can go kind of wavy if you want. And yeah, I'm gonna make my 13 kind of wavy actually. Yeah, I like that. It's silly, it's goofy, it's a UFO. Let's go back to line work, calligraphy. Let's just whip this all in there. Let's get a little line just there. Line coming down. I like to make sure these lines are either wriggly or like dead straight. Those lines, you know, the light lines. I just don't feel it really looks good any other way. There we go, put that in there. I'm just going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 little dots across. And go down here, just erase my sketch work. So I've got a UFO in there now. And now I've got UFO, so let's go something different from UFO. Grim Reaper, no, not Grim Reaper. I'm going to go use his weapon, his tool. Make sure it's on the right layer. Just create a new one just there. Right, so we're going to go curve up, curve back. So real simple, kind of curve like this. And then I'm going to create this nice big curve off this like this. Little circle, just kind of create a handle on it. It can go there. And I'm going to create 13 just on here. And I think nice classic little lines just off the side should do the trick. Right, back to line work, calligraphy. So I'm going to start off with a bit of some front, so I'm going to do this little bit here, because that's the most front piece. Got this curved line here. I want this bit to sit in front of the blade, so I'm going to create this bit next. I mean, you can do like extra little detailed bits on the blade if you want. Sometimes I quite like the simple look, which I'm going to go for now. One, two, three, 4, 5. You could always go shrink that down, have like a little kind of wood effect coming down through here if you want. Yeah, I quite like that. Get ready your sketching layer now. So you've got a Grim Reaper's thing in there. Something else now. Tooth. Yeah, old school tooth. So I'm going to start off with this kind of sort of curved kind of box shape. And I'm going to create this curve off the bottom like this. I'm going to create this one, which is going to go, you know, sort of over the top. So this curve's going to go over that line. Curving down there. Maybe a third one just there. A little bit of a loop just on the top bit. You have some little lines down here. Can be just sort of bloody on the bottom of the tooth. A 13 on the inside of it. Back to calligraphy. I'm going to go back up. Oops, make this a bit bigger again, so that's the right size as the other ones. Yeah, that was the size. I want to keep the size the same on most of them, so I don't want to go too different. Create that there. 13 in there. And like I said, this bottom bit I'm going to create a little bit of black, just as if, like, you know, a bit of blood on the bottom of the tooth. You know, if you're just doing it in colour, you could always do it in red. But these are all black and white, so you always do a little drip at the bottom if you want. Quite like that. Back to the sketching layer. Let's get rid of you. So there we go, we've got a tooth in there. So we've got a tooth. So next we are going to go for razor blade. So I'm taking a long time about these. I'm normally like super quick at doing these things. I suppose I'm not used to drawing up this quick, so yeah, basically got this kind of sort of long kind of curve shape here. It's going to curve to a point, curve around. So this bottom bit's a bit sort of circular, and you're kind of curving off of that. Here you've got this kind of curve line that comes off. It's going to start off a bit small, and then when you're going to get here, it's kind of got this box shape at the top. Bit of blood on there as well, I think. Just flicking off. And then a 13 on the inside. Calligraphy, so let's get these all in here. This handle bit's going to sit in front, so I'm going to do that bit first. Get these lines in here. Little circle just in there. Actually, I'm going to do it a tiny bit bigger. So I'm going to put some black in the handle, I think. Let's get that there. Blood drop, blood drop. Bit of black just on the blade. Like I said, if it was in colour, that'd be white. I mean, red. It's going to bring this line just here, just kind of mimicking that top bit. And then I'm going to black in this bottom part just here. Yeah, I quite like that. Get rid of your sketchwork layer. There we go. Got you in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, let's go for that Ouija board thing. What kind of thing about the name of it? You know, the thing you use on the Ouija board. I'm gonna do this pretty much the same way I do the heart. So I'm gonna do 2 circles, line that through the middle, because it's kind of like an upside down heart shape. And curve those lines back into these circles. Gonna have a big circle bit on the inside, just here. I'm gonna create a little secondary line just on the outside part, just here, to create this. So it's a bit kind of bold. And on the inside, let's go for a change. I'm gonna go X 1 1 1. So we've got 13, but in Roman numerals. Just make it a little bit different. Back onto your line work now. So I'm going to go 1, I'm going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Actually, no, I was going to have it like that. I don't want those extra lines on top. I prefer it like that. And again, I'm just going to black in this side part. Just like so. And I'm going to shrink this down. And a bit similar to what we've done before, I'm going to add like a kind of wood effect, I think. So I'm going to bring some wavy lines coming across. Just some nice sort of thinner kind of wavy lines. You know, as long as they're sort of going in one sort of direction, you kind of get a kind of nice kind of wood effect. I think that will do for me. Let's get rid of my sketchwork layer. And next, let's go for something a bit English. Let's go for a cup of tea, shall we? Yeah. So I'm going to bring in just oval shape like this. I'm going to create curves from the side, just coming down like so. Little circle bit just on the bottom like that. Semicircle for the handle. Now if you're English, you understand, you always have it on a little sauce pan, so a little So on a saucepan? You don't put on a saucepan, a little saucer. A little plate, people, a little plate. So got it over like that. Nice little bit of wood just coming on the inside, and just to show you make anything Friday the 13th, you just rung a 13 on it. I like that. I think it's my favourite one so far. But I'm English and we do love a cup of tea. Right, let's make that a bit larger again. That's better. Start with the oval. Curved line across, curved line across. Let's get these nice curves in there, just get a handle. 1, 3. Let's get that saucer in there. Try to get a bit more even actually, I've got too much on one side there. Yeah, that looks better. Little line underneath and just a little bit just to show you got your T in there. Boom. Nice cup of tea. And from a cup of tea, let's go for something that's a bit different now. Back to the sketching tool. Make sure I'm in the sketching layer. Yes, I am. I'm going to go, let's do an eye. Cool looking eye. So I'm going to create a curve. I'm going to create a curve. In the middle, we're going to do a circle. Inside that, we're going to do another circle. Inside that, we're going to do another circle. Inside that, no, we're not. That's enough circles. Another line across the top, just like so. So just kind of mimicking that line, not quite connecting it. I'm going to go flick out some lines like this, just slightly rotating with it. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Down there. And when you get to the bottom bit here, it's going to make this a bit different. So I'm going to bring this kind of dripping down as if like a bit of a sort of tear. And then 1, 3. I might add an eyebrow above it. Yeah, that'll do for me. Back to your line work layer. Back to calligraphy monoline. Right, just get this all in here. Create line, get your line over there. Get this circle in there. Circle in there. Ooh, that was going to be a terrible circle. Black it in there. I'm going to put a little bit of black just here as well. Yeah. I'm going to bring this down to that. Bring that down to there. Get a 13 in there. Get these eyelashes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. In the middle. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I do. It's not exact. I don't. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Yeah, no, it's even. I thought I got an uneven amount of eyebrows there. Eyebrows, eyelashes. God, do you imagine how weird that'd be if you had an uneven amount of like eyebrows? And like a third eyebrow. That'd be weird. Sorry, I'm just talking to myself here. Just ignore me. But anyways, when you do these videos for a while, you end up sort of just talking to yourself, and yeah, you end up coming out with random stuff. So now I'm going to go back on here, and I'm going to throw in another skull. Let's do a different kind of variation. Let's go for a top hat. I love a top hat. So we're going to create a curve like this, and create it going the other way. As if you're going to do like an infinity symbol almost, but we're not doing that. We don't like those. We don't do those. I'm going to create a line like this, just come off this bit, curve up, curve back around, curve down. A little secondary line just there to create a little bit on the hat. The 13 can be inside the hat, I think. If I move, get a bit better. Yeah, there we go, like that. And then the skull can fit inside this, so we're going to have this kind of sort of circle shape. I'm going to sketch it in there. So imagine like half it is, you know, a little bit of it is kind of like overlapping into the actual hat. then I'm going to create this jaw bit. Go there. And a bit similar to the other one now, so I'm going to have another eye here, nose, and curve around. Do the teeth a little bit differently. I'm going to do some lines up, line across, curve up. And I'm going to do the jaw the same. I always like doing my kind of wavy jaw. Just doesn't feel like a skull if I don't do that. And now you got that done, just go back to black. Let's go onto that line work layer, calligraphy, and just go everything in. Curve that round, down. That's one there. Curve that into it. Just make those eyes and nose a little bit kind of wavy. So like I said before, I'm not really a fan of those being like dead neat. There we go. I'm going to blacken this back part of the hat. Inside there, inside the nose, inside the eyes, and possibly this part of the hat. No, I like that about that. We just leave it like that. Sometimes less is more, and I like that. So there we go, that's our 13 skull with a top hat. Next, let's go for a classic head heart. Let's go for a heart. Make sure it's on the right layer. I'm going to go circle, circle, little circle bit here, and then a little curve just here. So the idea is going to be like a valve going here. I'm going to create a little curved line just here, a little curved line just there, create some valve bits. You know, it hasn't got to be dead exact like a real life heart one. I'm going to bring this line in here, a few little wavy lines just coming down inside this space, a few little loops just there. The 13 go there. Let's go back to black, calligraphy. So we're going to go hook, curve this around, get those little loopy bits we just done there. It's kind of wiggy lines coming off. A few more valves just coming off, should do the trick. And a 13. There we go. Nice simple heart. And now we've done a heart, and we've got now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got 6, 12, 18, 24. 24, so we have 7 more to go. So yeah, just got to fill in this last bit here. So let's go for a nice classic old school kind of swallow design. Real simple one. Right, so I'm going to start off with circle. Let's create a bit of a banana shape coming out of it, like so. Curve line up. Curve line up. 1, 2, 3. Just create these little curves coming down. Second a bit, curve up. Curving down. And then when you get to this bit here with the circle, it's going to create a little dip. Curve up to a point. Curve back. So you've got a little point just there, and a little point just there. And when we get to the back here, it's going to create this into 2 V sort of shapes, curving like this. Come back from this nose, we're going to create a little line that's going to connect up to that wing bit just there. And the eye is just going to be a little line curving back. And just throw a 13 in there. So back to the line work, calligraphy. We can do it a bit more neatly now so you can kind of see everything. So I'm going to start off with the wing to start with. So I'm going to create this curve back like this. Like so. Come back to that head. Curve down, create that body around. Get a little eye in there, just like that. The wing, curve up. 1, 2, 3, 4. That tail, that nice kind of V-shaped tail. Just like so. And then we're going to black in the tail, and we're going to black in the top part of the body on the other side. Just here. 1, 2. Back to the sketchwork layer. Raise that out. I need to get 7 on this bottom bit, so I'm going to move him over a touch, just so he's where he should be. Just there, so we've got him done. And next, what's Gravestone? Oh yeah, I know what to do. Kind of like an 8 ball, but we're going to do a 13 ball. So we're going to get a circle. Going to get another circle. Create a little line. Create another line. $13 in net. Real simple, but really effective. Ah, goddamn, I've done it again. It's because I just moved the other layer. Click, cut, paste. Bring that under your layer. Back on there. Calligraphy, boom. Alright, so yeah, just going to go over our line right now. Get a circle on the inside part just there. Hold and tap. 13. Go on curve line. Curve line. And blacken that part. So we've got our 13 ball in there. I mean, you can make the whole thing black if you want. I quite like to do it a bit more like one of those ones. What next? Something a bit Simpsons. Let's go for a donut. So I'm going to go for an oval shape. I'm going to cut into this oval shape with a line like this, and then I'm going to curve back the other way, just to kind of create the loop to begin with. So I've got the donut kind of loop. Now the loop is key. And once I've got that, we're going to create this little wavy line just in the bottom part here. Bit of a wavy line just there. And I'm going to create these little curves just here, so it looks like someone's kind of taken a bite out of it. And once we've got that, I'm going to go X, 1, 1, 1 underneath. And throw some little lines on there for some sprinkles. Yeah, that'll do the trick. Back to line work. Back to calligraphy. So draw that there until we get to that point. Create those missing parts. Draw that little line there, so we've got that donut curve. Add the icing, so get that kind of wave line to create the icing. And I'm just going to throw on some little sprinkles or chocolate chips or whatever you want to call them. Just around the top. Line across. Line across. X, 1, 1, 1. It's funny, I used to struggle with Roman numerals. The only one I never used to struggle with was that. And that's because of Final Fantasy VII, the old game. You had red 13, and I always remember how it's spelled. So back to sketching, back to the red. Sketching pencil. So we've got that, something a bit girly. Lipstick. So I'm going to create a rectangle shape to begin with. Going to create a little curve just here, a little curve just there. Same at the bottom, a little circle part. Just create a base for it. When you get to the top, we're going to create this oval, but a bit of an angle. Just like so, and then just make your lines a bit the right kind of direction for the top part. And we'll throw 13 on here, I think. One, two, 1, 2. Yeah, that'd do. Back up to your line work now. Calligraphy, monoline. Start with the base part. It's all about that base. Get this 13 in there. Boom. That oval for the lipstick top. There we go. Erase that part down there. Got a lipstick in there. And I've got lipstick down. Go something old school classic again. That works. Running out of this. Anchor. There we go. So I'm going to create a line coming down. Create a line, curving off and coming up. Curving off and coming up. Try to get roughly about the same sort of space. So sort of like bring a line there, sort of like sort of triangle. As long as that's back right, you kind of get to the same sort of point. From that bottom bit, kind of curve up into it, just like so. I'm going to create this little loop. So you're going to create it coming back to a point. So curve outwards, up to a point, like so. So creating those parts on the outside part there. We're going to bring a line like this, go up down a touch, come down at an angle. Create two little lines just the inside. A little circle bit just in there. And then we can go 1, 3. I like that. Back to your line work layer. And go there. Get these in here. I'm going to black out these kind of bits just on the outside, just here. My blackout part of this as well, except for those two little stripes we've done just there. Circle in there. 1, 3. And I think I'm going to have to, yeah. I'm going to do a little sort of triangle shape just to the bottom, black around it. Yeah, that looks better. Just felt a little bit different at the bottom to the rest of it. So got the anchor, and lastly, let's go out with a bang. We're going to go for a bomb. Sketch in. Got a circle. Got a little bit here. I'm going to have a fuse coming off. A little kind of sort of spark on the top. I'm going to do some little lines around that. I'm going to do some little lines just on the outside, kind of make it look like it's a bit sort of shaking, ready to explode. And a 13 on top of that. Actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do actually to make this pretty cool. I'm going to go to line work. Getting that circle to begin with. Get that line up, get that there, get that little spark in there, get your little lines around the outside as if it's about to explode. And drag black on the inside, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go eraser tool, calligraphy monoline, get it about the same size as what we was doing, and I'm going to go in negative. There we go, I like that. Get rid of that layer and let me just count them up, make sure I have got it right and there's nothing missing in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Oh no, 2, 4, 6. Ah, we need one more. What should I do for the last one? What better way to go out and then use a nice classic $13. Sometimes a 13 tattoo can literally just be a number 13. There we go, people. I hope you like that. I've enjoyed doing that. I hope you guys enjoyed doing it too. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe. You know, if you haven't seen my stuff or check my other videos. I am The Broken Puppet, and I will see you next time, people. Peace.